Hello friends, welcome to the part 1 of our Signal app. So this is the project that we are built using Firebase and React Native. So without wasting any time, let us open our terminal and here to initialize our app inside our machine, we have to use expo init and then here is our project name SignalClone. The name is totally up to you and press enter here. Here we have to choose this blank option and press enter on that. This process will take some time, so I want to speed up this process. Here you can see our project is ready now. So let's jump inside our app and here we have to install some of the dependencies, and for navigation purpose we are using React Navigation. So let's go inside documentations, click on this. First I am using npm to installation. If you are using yarn then you can go on this. Now I want to copy this and paste here. Scroll down and I am using Expo Manage project for installing dependencies. So I also want to copy this and paste here. After this process is finished, so press enter here. Now skip this stuff and press on next. And we also have to import this React Navigation stack because inside our app we are using this stack navigation. Remember, if you click on one link inside your screen, then your next screen will open on previous link. But inside our web, there are routing system for navigation. So we have to install this dependency. So now paste here. And the next dependency that we have to install, that is React Native Elements, and that is similar like our material UI, and this helps us for our features like icons. Then I open my VS Code by writing this command. So here our favorite text editor is open now, and inside app.js this is the default stuff that React Native provide us. And here you can see open up app.js to start working on your app inside our text. So when we are open this project, then the screen will you see that having this text. So let us start our project with npm start and your default browser will open automatically now. Here you can see Metro Bundler is starting now. So let us open Android Studio. Go inside this AVD manager to open virtual device. Press on this. So my virtual device will open now. You can see here to start our project inside our virtual device. Press on this, run on Android device emulator, and you want to open your project in web, then you can also click on this. So here you can see our app is start on our web and on our Android device also. So now the time is come to start our coding by creating our first screen inside our Signal app, and that is login screen. So first I want to create the new folder for our screens, and here I create the new file name login screen.js. So I write here this is login screen and save this file, and to use this file inside our app.js, first we have to remove all of this basic stuff, and instead of that I am using navigation container. So first we have to import this. So import navigation container, and that comes from React Navigation Native, and we also have to import create stack navigator from React Navigation Stack, and we want to use gesture handler. So we are importing React Native gesture handler, and we also have to import this login screen inside our app.js. So right here import login screen from screens login screen. So here inside navigation container we are using stack. So first we have to create object of create navigation. So const stack is equal to create stack navigator. So now inside navigation container we are using that. So stack dot navigator, and here to display our first screen, that is login screen, I want to use stack.screen and the name that is login, and the component that we passed is login screen, and this is self closing tag. So here we want to provide some styling, so we are using screen option. So this style will provide globally inside our app. So here we pass this global screen option. So now let us define that. Global screen option. Here I want to apply style for our header, and that is background color is blue. Then header title style, and the color is white of our title. So now save this file. is an error because our login screen has must be inside the curly braces, and now the definitely our error is gone, and this is login screen message will show appear successfully. Let's start this. Here you can see our app is started as login screen, and this background color is blue because we provide these global screen options, and color of our header title is white. But you can see my this Android device takes more time than this web app. So to rest of this project I am using web app instead of our Android emulator. You can use Android emulator, but I am using this. So the functionality is same as our mobile app, but the refresh rate is fast of this web app, so we are using this. So now let us start our coding inside our login app. So here first we have to import button, input an image, and that come from React Native elements that we installed earlier. And now instead of this text I am using image tag because here first we want to display the image of our Signal app. So this is self-closing tag, and here inside this the syntax to provide URL inside our native app is this: source is equal to URI, and here this is the URL of our logo. You can get this link from my description. So inside my description there is the link of GitHub repo. You can check my repository and copy the code inside your machine. So now when I save this file, here you can see the nice logo will added successfully, but you can't see the image now because the image is so large. So for that I am using this inline style. So I provide the width and height 200 for our image. So our Signal logo is appear here successfully. Now after this image we are providing two input fields, so user can add their email and password inside our login page. So for that I creating the view, and that is similar like div that is in React.js, and I want to assign the class name for our this view. So the class name is input container, and inside this view there are two input fields. The first is for our email, so placeholder is email. Then I want to write here autofocus. So by default when our login screen is loaded, the cursor is at this email input, and the type of our this input that is email, and value is also email. Then we are providing this on change text functionality. So whenever the text of this input field is changed, then we are sending this text to this email with this set email. So this is the React hooks context. So now first we have to import use state, and here after this login screen I want to create two states for our email. So by default our email is null, so use state is null, and same for our password. So here you can see by default our email is null, and when user enter the text we are providing this on change text functionality, and we are passing this text to our email. So our email state will be changed, and here this is the second input for our password. So I write here placeholder, that is password, and this is the secure text entry. So I don't want to show the password, I want to show the password, and inside the pin type is equal to password. Here you can see the email tag is added successfully. You can also type here, and value is also password. Then we are passing this on change text functionality. So text will be passed with this set password, and if user press enter after providing this field, then we are call this function, that is sign in. So first let us declare this function, we will implement that later. Sign in. Now after this to field we are providing the button, so user also can press enter. Here sign in is equal to, then here let us write the code for our button, and I want to provide the class name. So I write here container style, and that is styles dot button. Here you can see password is added, and because of the secure text entry the password is not showing here, and when we click on this button then it will call that function, that is sign in, and the title of this button is log in. Now close this tag. Here the B is capital, so this is the second button. So if the user is not login, he enter at first time inside our app, then we provide register functionality. You can see here login button is added successfully. So if user press the second button, then it will call our second screen. So for that we are using this navigation dot navigate, navigation.navigate. So user will navigate to our second screen that we created later, that is register, and the class name for this button is also like our login screen, so styles.button, and title is register. So now save the file, refresh our page. So at here you can see our login and register button is added successfully. So to differentiate these two buttons, here I apply type, that is outline. If you got any error, then you can check my description. I added the GitHub code link, so you can simply copy this code and paste inside your machine. So here you can see our button is differentiate now, and let us apply CSS for our button. So width is 200, and I want to apply margin top, that is 10, and I also want to apply CSS for these two input. You can see here our button is now successfully added with CSS, and for our these two input, width is 300. So now here you can see the width is decreased now, but I want to move all of this stuff at center of our login screen. So here I apply the class name, so styles.container. To move all of this stuff at center, we are apply align items and justify content at center. So you will see here all of this stuff at center now, and this looks too much good. Now remember, if we are pressing the second button register, then we are navigate to our register screen. So here is A instead of E. So it will navigate to our register screen. So here we have to pass the navigation like our props. So user can navigate between two screens. So now I want to create the new screen, that is register screen. If user enter inside our app at first time, then he will provide this register functionality. So RNFES. Here I write this is register screen. So now we also have to tell our app.js that we also import our register screen. And we have to create the second screen. So instead of login, here register, and save this file now guys. Refresh our page. So now if we are pressing this register button, then the screen will appear is register, and here you can see this is the register screen. So this is the end of our part 1 guys. In the part 2 we will improve this register screen functionality if our user enter at the first time inside our app. And now inside our part 1 we are improving the login screen successfully. So I hope you like this part 1, and if you find any error while programming, then check my description. There is the part 1 GitHub code link, so you can simply copy that link and paste inside your machine. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you like, then subscribe to my channel and keep waiting for our second part. Thank you and bye bye.